Illuminati philosopher, and these are my thoughts. Who has been controlling what we know about history for the past 500 years? White people or black people?
When I was growing up, I was taught in American history books that Africa had no history, and neither did I. That I was a savage, about whom the less said the better, who had been saved by Europe and brought to America. And of course, I believed it. I didn't have much choice. Those are the only books there were. Everyone else seemed to agree.
A white man that I've worked for, if he's alive today, he's a liberal with a capital L. His name was Gagsteiner. I asked him about some books on the African people in ancient history. And in the language of the South, he let me down slow. I mean, he spoke kindly. He said, you know, John, I'm sorry that you came from a race that's made no history. But if you persevere, if you obey laws and study hard, you make history someday.
In those past 500 years, who had the power to race swap? White people or black people? Need I remind you about blackface? Blackface is the practice of non-black performers using burnt cork or theatrical makeup to portray a caricature of black people on stage or in entertainment. In the United States, the practice became popular entertainment during the 19th century into the 20th. It contributed to the spread of racial stereotypes such as Jim Crow, the happy-go-lucky darky on the plantation, and Zip Coon, also known as the dandified coon. By the middle of the 19th century, blackface minstrel shows had become a distinctive American art form, translating formal works such as opera into popular terms for a general audience. So taking black culture and making huge amounts of money off of it while demeaning blacks in the process is a standard practice for white culture. How Christian. Having said that, here are coins, one with a black face and the other with a white face, supposedly representing Hannibal. Which one most likely is the original? The black face, obviously. Presently, we live in an uncivilized world where the Eurocentrics can dictate terms. If we live in a civilized world, black people, or Africans, or you could say Afrocentrics, will be able to talk about their history and not be shut out. So-called Afrocentrics have no problem debating Eurocentrics on the world stage. Eurocentrics are afraid to debate Afrocentrics because we will expose their lies. We will continue to talk about our history, and there's nothing Eurocentrists can do about it. They won't be able to stop us. They believe they are telling the truth. Well, let's have that debate on the worldwide stage. Prove your case. I guarantee you won't be able to, which is why Eurocentrists try to muddy the waters in order to persuade people that we don't know what we're talking about, thereby not having that debate on the worldwide stage. But we will get there, I promise you. Power to our ancestors. Illuminati philosopher, and these are my thoughts.